We're going to look at the use of Note-Taking Express. Note-Taking Express is a service that we use to provide notes to students that are approved for a note-taking accommodation. So you would log in to your Note-Taking Express account. You do need to be granted admin privileges to be able to do all of the things that I will be showing right now. So this first page that you log into is what the student would see when they log into Note-Taking Express. The student would need to upload or do a recording of the lecture that they want to receive notes for. They can do the recording through an app that they would need to download to their phone. They can do a recording through this web page by clicking Start Recording, or they can upload a recording. Usually for students that don't have a phone or don't have a phone with a lot of memory, they choose to borrow a USB recorder from the SAR office. And then here they can do a recording, and then they plug the USB recorder into the computer. They click on Upload Recording and then find the recording on their computer. And they click Open. And then here it starts to upload the recording. Down here on Attach, the student can attach lectures, PowerPoint lectures. They can attach pictures, anything that might support the information that was given in the recording. The note taker can use that information and input it into the notes that they provide. The student would also want to select a subject category and a subject so that the notes are assigned to a note taker with knowledge in that area, so that they know the terminology that is being used to provide the most accurate notes. The student would want to make sure to always have this checkbox checked to make sure that it uploads to a note taker immediately. Otherwise, it is just saved into their account, but it is not sent to a note taker. The student also has this link, training, which has several videos that would help the student understand how to use Note-Taking Express and how to access their notes. What we really want to look at today is the admin panel. So the admin panel is where those that have been assigned admin in Note-Taking Express have access to all of the students that have been assigned Note-Taking Express. On this list down here at the bottom, these are all the students at TCC with a Note-Taking Express account. However, it is billed to the campus the student is assigned to. So at the top, if we click Select School or College, we click Our Campus. These are now just the students that would be billed to our campus. If you have a student that is being billed to your campus, but they're taking classes at another campus, you can work with that SAR office to be reimbursed. So to add a new student, you would just click Add New Student and put in their information. So first name, last name, you would want to use their TCC email address. For username, I would put their TCC email address. You would put the school or college for your campus. The password, I would just put something very simple to provide the student, and then the student can change their password once they log into their account. Here is where we choose the turnaround time that we want the student to have. TCC has an agreement with Note-Taking Express where we can have the 24-hour turnaround for $10 an hour. So you would click 24-hour turnaround. And then here is the maximum hours for the student. So here is the limit of hours that the student can use. The SAR coordinators decided that each student should get 50 hours per class. So if the student is in one class, 50 hours, two classes, 100 hours, and so on. This is to make sure that the student is limiting their use to only their TCC assigned courses. The semester end date, this is when their account, how long their account is active. So we can update this every semester as students request their accommodations. And then their account deactivation date, this is when their account will no longer work for TCC. And this date can be changed as you go on, but really you'd put it 2 to 3 years out from when the student first requests accommodations. And then I would click yes to being CC'd on the student's welcome email to make sure that you have it in your records that you made the account for the student. And here you will click Save Student, and it will send the student the email that their account has been created. There is also an option to do batch registration if you needed to do that. The other thing you can do in Note-Taking Express is look at what the student has used Note-Taking Express for. So you would search for the student and click on their name. Then you would click on User Content. And then here the student has only had used Note-Taking Express for one recording, but if there were multiple, it would be all listed down here. So you would click on the project. And then here you have access to the recording and the notes that were provided to the student. You can click play, you can look at the notes down here to see everything that was provided to the student and then what the student actually recorded and submitted for notes. That is all that we really do with Note-Taking Express as a SAR staff member.